Hey there, fellow travelers. Welcome to Travel Vibes, where we make every journey smoother, lighter, and a whole lot more fun. If you've ever found yourself frantically packing the night before a flight, sitting on your carry-on while pleading with the zipper to just please close, then you're in the right place. Let me take you back to a moment I know all too well. It's late, the suitcase is half-zipped, and I'm sweating like I'm in a gym, trying to squish one more sweatshirt into the abyss. Sound familiar? Spoiler alert, the zipper didn't budge, but that chaotic night taught me something powerful. I wasn't bad at packing, I just didn't have a system. And once I cracked the code, everything changed. So whether you're a weekend explorer, a digital nomad, or just someone dreaming about your next flight, stick with me, because today, I'm sharing my 7-phase packing plan, packed with 20 real-world tips to help you stop overpacking, start strategizing, and finally make peace with your carry-on. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you love smart travel hacks and honest advice. Let's get you packed and ready to fly. Phase 1. Mindset Reset. Less stuff, more strategy. Let's be honest, great packing doesn't start with clothes. It starts with how you think about clothes. If you've ever felt overwhelmed before a trip, unsure what to bring or what to leave behind, you're not alone. Whether you're traveling for business, for fun, or just trying to master the carry-on life, this first phase is your game changer. Here's how to reset your packing mindset once and for all. Tip 1. Pack by outfit, not by item. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make, especially when they're in a rush or just unsure what to expect on their trip. They throw in 5 shirts, 4 pairs of pants, and think, I'll figure it out when I get there. But trust me, figuring it out later usually turns into, I wore the same 2 things the whole trip and never touched the rest. So here's what you do instead. Think in complete outfits. Visualize what you'll wear each day, from top to bottom. If it helps, lay your clothes out on your bed in rows like a little travel wardrobe storyboard. You'll start to see what works, what doesn't, and where you're doubling up for no reason. And don't forget to factor in weather, activities, and cultural expectations. Going to Austin? You might want breathable fabrics. Flying to Seattle? Layers, baby. This one mindset shift alone will cut your packing volume in half, easily. Tip 2. Build a mini capsule wardrobe. Okay, let's talk strategy. If you've never heard of a capsule wardrobe, don't worry. It's not some fashion world secret. It's just a simple formula that multiplies your outfit options without multiplying the number of things you pack. Here's how it works. Bring pieces that mix and match. That's it. If every top goes with every bottom, then 4 tops and 3 bottoms equals 12 unique outfits. If you pack 6 tops and 4 bottoms, you've got 24. And remember, we're not even adding outerwear or accessories yet. This approach is perfect for anyone who wants to look put together while traveling light. It's especially great for those of us who aren't checking bags and want to breeze through airport security without breaking a sweat. And no, you don't have to dress like a minimalist to make this work. You can still have color, texture, and personality. Just make sure each piece earns its spot by being versatile. When you do this right, you won't just pack less, you'll actually wear more of what you bring. Tip 3. Choose multi-wear, low-maintenance fabrics. Here's the truth. Not all clothes are created equal when it comes to travel. Some fabrics wrinkle the minute you fold them. Others take days to dry. And some, like thick denim or heavy cotton, take up way more space than they're worth. What you want are multi-wear fabrics. Think breathable knits, wrinkle-resistant blends. And performance fabrics like merino wool. Why merino wool? Because it's basically magic. It keeps you warm when it's cold, cool when it's hot, and doesn't hold odor. That means you can wear it multiple times before needing to wash it, which is exactly what you want when living out of a carry-on. And here's the best part. These fabrics tend to be lighter, thinner, and easier to fold or roll, meaning more space saved for what actually matters. So instead of packing 5 bulky hoodies, bring 1 performance layer that works in multiple situations. Trust me, this isn't about dressing like a hiker. It's about packing smart, feeling comfortable, and making your clothes work for you, not the other way around. Now that you've got the right mindset and a strategy to match, it's time to bring in the tools. In Phase 2, we'll turn this new way of thinking into a physical packing structure that fits like a glove. Let's move on. Phase 2, Smart Tools, Smart Packing, Mastering the Space Game. So now that your mindset's in the right place, let's talk about what actually goes into that carry-on and how. Because even with the best outfit combos in the world, if you're just tossing everything into your bag like it's a laundry basket, you're wasting space. And when you're flying with strict airline limits or just don't want to haul around a brick of a bag, every square inch counts. Let's turn your smart planning into smart packing with the right tools and a little strategy. Tip 4. Use compression cubes and use them right. If you've never used compression cubes before, let me say this. Game changer. These are just for organizing. They actually shrink the volume of your clothes, not by magic, but close. The trick? Don't just shove things in randomly. You've got to pack the cube with intention. Lay your clothes flat. Fold or roll them into bricks. And stack them in alternating directions, like a Jenga tower. This creates a firm, compact shape that slides right into your bag. You'll be amazed how much fits into just one cube. Bonus? When you arrive at your destination, you just pull out the cubes, no digging around for that one t-shirt buried under your hairdryer. Tip 5, the 2-tier method. Here's an extra technique I swear by, especially if you're packing different types of clothing. Start by laying your more structured layers, like pants or sweaters, flat on the bottom of the cube. Then roll your softer items like tees, leggings, or scarves and place them on top. It gives the cube stability and keeps the rolled items from getting too crushed. Plus, when you open it up, you'll see your softer items first, perfect for quick changes mid-transit. If you've got clothes that wrinkle easily, place them toward the outer edges where the compression is lighter. Think of it like packing layers in a cake. Balanced, soft, and just the right amount of squeeze. Tip 6. Mix cube sizes and shapes. Not all packing cubes are created equal, and that's a good thing. Try this. Pack some cubes tight and leave others a bit looser. Why? Because those loose spots create pockets of space around them. That's where you can slip in shoes, chargers, toiletries, or snacks. Use narrow cubes along the edges of your suitcase. Put bulkier ones in the middle. Stand some up, lay others flat. You're not just packing anymore, you're designing a layout. Think of your suitcase like a 3D puzzle, and you're the architect. Don't be afraid to experiment. What works for a weekend getaway might look totally different from a 2-week Europe trip. But when you start thinking like this, your bag stops being a mess and becomes a smooth, functional system. And just like that, your carry-on's no longer working against you. It's working for you. But we're not done yet. In the next phase, we're going to talk about how to fit the rest of your life into that tiny rectangle of space, including your toiletries, souvenirs, and backup plans. Because even the best plans need a little flexibility. Stay with me. Phase 3. Fill like a pro. Flexibility, not frustration. All right, so you've packed smart, compressed better, and you're feeling confident. But what about the rest of the stuff? The toiletries, the cables, the what if I buy something cool items? This is the phase where most travelers either hit a wall or worse. Overstuff and undo all the space they just saved. But not you, because in Phase 3, I'm going to show you how to balance your bag so it's not just full, it's flexible. Let's dive into the next 3 tips that'll give you room to breathe and maybe even shop. Tip 7. Pack a day or 2 before your flight. This one's underrated but critical. Don't wait until the night before. When you pack ahead, you give yourself a golden opportunity, time to edit. Because with fresh eyes the next day, you'll almost always spot that one bulky jacket you didn't really need, or the 3rd pair of sandals that seemed like a great idea at midnight. Packing early lets you be thoughtful, not reactive. It turns packing into a calm ritual instead of a frantic scramble. And best of all, it helps you stick to your carry-on game plan. Tip 8. Let your bag settle overnight. Here's a small but mighty detail. After you've packed your cubes and arranged your gear, let the bag sit overnight. Why? Because gravity works in your favor. Clothes compress naturally. Air shifts out of spaces. And items settle into each other just a bit tighter. That small shift can create just enough wiggle room for an extra accessory, a gift you forgot about, or, better yet, leave breathing room so your zipper glides closed like a dream. It's like your suitcase takes a deep breath after you pack it. Give it that moment. Tip 9. The dirty duffel trick. Souvenirs, snacks, that gorgeous handmade throw blanket you just had to buy at a street market in Florence. When you're coming home, it's easy to panic about space. So here's your preemptive strike. Pack a flat, foldable duffel bag inside your carry-on. Doesn't take up space, but gives you options. On your return trip, fill the duffel with your dirty laundry and check it. Then keep your carry-on free for souvenirs, breakables, or any must-stay-with-you items like electronics or medicine. It's simple, genius, and makes repacking at the end of your trip way less stressful. See what we're doing here? You're not just stuffing a bag, you're designing a system, one that's light, smart, and flexible. In Phase 4, we'll take it even further. Laundry on the go, keeping your clothes fresh, and cutting down on bulk even more. Yep, we're going there. And trust me, once you learn this part, you'll wonder why you ever packed any other way. Let's keep going. Phase 4. Stay fresh, travel light, the laundry lifesaver. Here's something most people never talk about, but seasoned travelers swear by. Doing a tiny bit of laundry on the road. Now, I know what you're thinking. Laundry? On my vacation? But hear me out. This one small habit can completely transform your packing style. It means fewer clothes, less weight, and way more space. And no, you don't need a laundromat or a 5-star hotel to do it. You just need a few tricks up your sleeve. Let me show you how to stay fresh and travel light, even if your trip lasts 2 weeks or more. Tip 10. Master the sink wash. If you can wash your hands, you can wash your clothes. T-shirts, socks, underwear. All of these can be quickly rinsed in a hotel sink or even in the shower while you're in there. Just add a little detergent, swish it around, and stomp like you're crushing grapes. And for those who want a bit more structure, a bathtub works beautifully for slightly bigger loads. No tub? No problem. Your shower floor works just fine. Step on your clothes to act like an agitator and boom, clean and simple. This little routine every few days means you don't have to bring 5 pairs of everything. You can cut your clothing count in half and never run out of clean stuff. Tip 11. Bring laundry sheets or multi-purpose soap. Forget those liquid detergent bottles that leak and take up space. Instead, pack laundry detergent sheets. They're dry, paper-thin, and TSA-friendly, so no worries about liquid limits. 1 sheet per wash and you're good to go. Alternatively, bring a tiny bottle of Castile soap. Dr. Bronner's is a classic. It doubles as body wash, shampoo, and laundry detergent. Talk about multi-use genius. It's one small item that replaces 3 and saves you room without sacrificing comfort. Tip 12. Dry fast with a microfiber towel. Here's the real secret weapon. A travel-size microfiber towel. After you wash your clothes, lay each piece flat inside the towel, roll it up like a burrito, and twist tightly. The towel will absorb excess water faster than air drying alone, cutting your drying time in half or more. Even if you're only staying 1 night in a hotel, this trick gives your clothes a head start. And if you hang them by a fan or window, they'll be good to go by morning. No hotel towel drama, no wet mess in your bag. And no need for heavy dryers, just smart travel. So if you've ever struggled with packing fewer clothes out of fear of running out, or you've lugged extra weight just to be safe, this is your way out. Phase 4 isn't about doing chores, it's about freedom. Because when you can stay fresh with fewer items, you unlock the ability to go farther, lighter, and longer. with only the essentials. And speaking of essentials, next up in Phase 5, I'll show you how to think ahead and build in flexibility for the unexpected. Let's keep rolling. Phase 5. Plan for the unexpected. Pack like the pros do. Here's a little truth about travel that nobody tells you at the gate. No matter how perfectly you plan, something unexpected always pops up. Maybe it's a last-minute stop at a street market. Maybe it's weather that didn't check the forecast. Maybe it's just you wanting to bring home more than you left with. That's why the smartest travelers aren't just good packers. They're great planners. And in Phase 5, we're building that safety net into your carry-on strategy without adding any bulk. Here's how. Tip 13. Pack a foldable backup bag. Tuck a lightweight foldable duffel into your carry-on. It takes up barely any space. Seriously, it's smaller than a pair of socks, but it gives you massive flexibility on your return trip. Let's say you buy a few souvenirs, pick up a couple of gifts, or just don't feel like squeezing dirty laundry back in next to your clean clothes. No problem. Unfold the duffel, fill it with your used clothes, and check it at the airport. Meanwhile, your carry-on stays clean, light, and full of your important stuff, like tech, valuables, or those fragile goodies you picked up along the way. Tip 14. Always leave a little space. This one's easy to forget. You've packed everything perfectly. The zipper closes like a dream, and it feels like victory. But hold up. Leave a little breathing room. Why? Because you might want to grab a snack for the plane, or your sunscreen might not fit quite the same on the way back, or you'll just want to not fight with your suitcase every time you open it. Leave a pocket half empty. Skip that extra just-in-case item. Trust that you've packed enough, and that space will serve you way more than another shirt ever could. Tip 15. Upgrade your personal item. Let's not forget your second bag, the one that fits under the seat in front of you. This little guy pulls more weight than people give it credit for. Use a structured personal item with compartments. Store your passport, charger, headphones, snacks, and a change of clothes just in case your flight is delayed or your luggage is gate-checked. It's your safety net, your travel office, your mid-flight survival kit, and when packed right, it makes you feel in control even when the airport is a mess. So, while everyone else is fighting with zippers or rearranging everything at security, you've got a little extra space, a little backup plan, and a whole lot less stress. Next up in Phase 6, we're going even lighter. Yep, it's time to simplify the essentials even more by letting go of overpacking habits once and for all. You've got this. Let's keep going. Phase 6. Simplify to amplify. Drop the baggage, literally. By now, you've probably noticed something. Packing light isn't just about saving space. It's about feeling free. Because there's a moment on every trip when you're wheeling your bag effortlessly through the airport, past people wrestling with heavy suitcases, and you think, wow, I actually packed like a pro. That feeling, that's what Phase 6 is all about. This is where we let go of the overpacking mindset. Lean into the essentials and trust that less really can be more. Tip 16. Embrace the one extra rule. Here's a trick I use on every trip. Pack what you know you'll need, and then allow yourself just one extra. One just-in-case shirt. One maybe I'll wear it pair of shoes. That's it. This helps you keep your packing tight without feeling restricted. It gives you freedom without the overload. You'll be surprised how often you don't even use that one extra, but you'll appreciate the wiggle room it gives you psychologically. And if you really can't decide between two items, choose the one that works in more situations. That's your answer right there. Tip 17. Stop packing for imaginary scenarios. Let's be honest, we've all done it. I might get invited to a fancy dinner. What if it snows in California? Maybe I'll suddenly start going to the gym on vacation. But 9 times out of 10, those things don't happen. And the items you brought just in case never leave the bottom of your bag. So ask yourself, is this something I'd wear or use on a realistic day of this trip? If not, leave it. Trust the plan you've built. Trust the wardrobe you've already mixed and matched. And trust yourself. You've got great instincts, and now a rock-solid system too. Tip 18. Use travel versions of everything. One of the biggest space wasters? Full-size products. Trade them in for travel-sized versions or multi-use items. Toothpaste tabs, solid shampoo bars, foldable brushes, or refillable minis. Not only do they save room, they keep you TSA ready and mess-free. Even better, skip duplicates. You don't need 5 lip balms or 3 pairs of sunglasses. Pick your go-tos and stick with them. The less you pack, the easier it is to find what you need, and the more space you save for what truly matters, like comfort, flexibility, and yes, a little room for adventure. So, as you move toward mastering your carry-on, remember, it's not about packing perfectly, it's about packing intentionally. And now, with one final phase to go, we're going to tie it all together with habits and systems that'll keep you organized not just for one trip, but for every trip to come. Let's wrap this up in Phase 7. You're almost there. Phase 7. Pack with purpose. Build your travel routine for life. You made it to the final phase, and by now, you're not just someone who knows how to pack a carry-on. You're someone who understands the why behind every item, every fold, every smart decision. But this last part, it's the real game changer, because the smartest travelers aren't just good at packing once. They've built a system they reuse, refine, and trust trip after trip. Let's make sure you walk away with a routine you can stick with for life. Tip 19. Save your packing list and use it again. If there's one tool I'd never travel without, it's my own packing checklist. Create one that's tailored to your style, your go-to outfits, your must-have items, and a few reminders like charge power bank or leave room for souvenirs. You can keep it in your phone's Notes app or print a simple version and stash it inside your carry-on. Each time you travel, review it, tweak it, and update it based on what worked and what didn't. Before long, packing becomes second nature. You won't overthink it, and you'll never forget the essentials again. Tip 20. Treat every trip as practice. Whether you're heading to Miami for the weekend or backpacking across Europe for a month, every trip teaches you something. Maybe you realize you didn't need that extra sweater. Maybe you found the perfect personal item bag. Or maybe you finally nailed that cube configuration that made your bag feel weightless. Take those lessons with you. Adjust, improve, repeat. Because packing light isn't a one-time victory. It's a habit. And once you build it, it stays with you, no matter where you go. Closing. Your carry-on, your freedom. So let's zoom out for a second. You started this video sitting on your suitcase, maybe feeling a little overwhelmed. Now, you've got a plan, a system, a mindset, and most importantly, a sense of confidence. This isn't just about packing. It's about traveling smarter, lighter, and freer. It's about walking into the airport knowing that everything you need is with you. Nothing more, nothing less. And hey, if this helped you, there's more where that came from. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join the TravelVibes community. Because every journey starts with one smart step, and your next one, it starts right here. See you in the next video, and until then, travel light and live big.